Good morning to all. Jai Hind. This is Lance Corporal Jostin X from Satyabama University, Army Wing Cadet from 110 Medical Unit NCC Madras Group A, representing Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar Directorate, guided under Lieutenant Officer P. Chandrasekhar. Okay, here I'm teaching you a very important and interesting topic, which is called History of Military. In the before, in your cadet diary, the topic is given only history of military. But now, recently, some of like 3 subjects have been added newly, like history of military, military geography, and organization. So are the 3 subjects included in the syllabus for the B and C certificate exams for the NCC cadets. So from each of these 3 subjects, one question is compulsory to be answered by the cadets while preparing for your certificate exams. Okay, by coming to the point, from the military, one gets the knowledge of leadership, organization, tactics, and the types of weapons used in the different wars. So from that, we get the experience from the history regarding the success and the defeat, so that in future, these experiences will be utilized by the military officers. Okay, actually see, India lies to the north of the equator between 8 degree 4 minute and 37 degree 6 minute north latitude and 68 degree 7 minute and 97 degree 25 minute east longitude. Bounded on the northeast and northwest is by Himalayan ranges. So next, what about south? So on the south is Indian Ocean and southwest is Arabian Sea. And southeast is Bay of Bengal. So India shares its political borders. Does India share its political borders? Yes, of course. So India shares its political borders with many countries, so many countries. So did you know where India is bordered? Yes, I'll tell you. India is bounded on the north by China, Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan. On the west by Pakistan and Afghanistan. On the east by Bangladesh and Malaysia. On the south only by Sri Lanka. Okay, that's all, the small clarification. So history of military is one of the brief and vast, and it's a very drastic subject. Okay, by single day it's not possible and it's an easy job to learn everything, learn entire content. But at least you should learn some basic idea to gain some basic knowledge as well as for your exam purpose. Still now we saw some introduction part in the history of military. Okay, now we are going to get into the topic, the session very seriously. Okay, I'm having all the cadets' name. Okay, from that name list, randomly I will call someone to answer for my question. From this, what I'm saying is you should be very attentive, and at any time I will ask question. Okay, that time you have to answer the question very boldly. Okay, so no problem. Your Reshman senior will take care of you. I'll continue the session. I think so everything is fine, right? Now we'll get into the topic briefly. How military came into existence in ancient period. Now we are going back to a social subject. It's quite interesting. The Nanda dynasty. Nanda, it is the name of the dynasty. It is originated from the region of Magadha and in ancient India during the 4th century BC. The Nanda dynasty, it is one of the great and drastic dynasty during the 4th century. So from other dynasty, they won't think to take war against Nanda dynasty because Nanda dynasty is very powerful and strong. No one can defeat them. No one can't defeat them. So they'll be very strong and powerful. So, and its great extent, the empire ruled by the Nanda dynasty extended from the Bengal in the east to Punjab in the west, as far south as the Vindhya range. Okay, as of now, we all know about Alexander the Great, right? Who is he? Why he is coming into this topic? Why he is relating into military? So like this, lot of questions are rounding on your mind, right? Yes, he is related. He was defeated in the battle and is widely considered one of the history's most successful military commander. How? He was undefeated in battle and is widely considered one of the history's most successful military commander. Yes, Alexander was able to be a very successful military leader as well as a politician. So in 327 BC, Alexander the Great began his foray into Punjab. What is foray? Foray is nothing but attacking the enemies. See, these are the Alexander's campaigns of conquest: Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, etc., Red Sea, etc. Okay. See, in Indian armies were composed of 4 arms. What are the 4 arms? Infantry, cavalry, chariots, and elephants. I'll view the pictures. See, infantry, cavalry, chariots, and elephantry. While seeing the image itself, you can able to identify what is this, what will be happened. Okay. In Indian Army was created on 1st April 1895 India. Since some of them have not noted this, please take note of this. Indian Army was created on 1st April 1895 India. And another one thing, who is the father of Indian Army? See, Major General Sridhar Lawrence. He is the father of Indian Army. Since apart from this, there is a list of wars involving the Republic of India and its predecessor states. So here is a list of wars and conflicts that were fought in the historic Indian subcontinent. Okay, I list out some wars. So this is Indo-Pakistani War, and it's otherwise called as Indo-Pakistani Wars and Conflicts. Next is Sino-Indian War. Sino-Indian War is otherwise called as India-China War, 1962. Next is French and Indian War. French is an imperial country which conquer, which will be like, the French-Indian War will be very tough, and it is very famous for consisting a war. The next is Kargil War. And next is Kalinga War, a battle that changed Ashoka forever. And next is Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. And this is American-Indian War. And this is, and again, Indo-Pakistan War of 1971. Then Indian Rebellion War of 1857. Then First Anglo-Sikh War, 1845 to 46. Then the Second Anglo-Sikh War. Then the Second Anglo-Mysore War, 1780 to 84. And Sicilian conflict, First Anglo War, Third Anglo-Afghan War, October 1990, and 1961 War annexation of Goa, and Seleucid Mayurian War, and Bhutan War, the campaign in Tirra, 97 to 98, and First Anglo-Maratha War, 75 to 82, and then finally Kashmir conflict. It is the unsolved controversy between two brothers. So I'll be explaining some of the important wars, which is actually important. Here a lot of wars is there. I'm not having that much time to explain all the wars. So I'll be concentrating on some important wars, which is actually important. So first we are seeing that Indo-Pakistani wars and conflicts. So the war period is 1947 to 48. Okay, so we all know that Pakistan country is a major enemy of Indian country, isn't it? In later periods, Pakistan tried a lot to defeat India. Still, now they are trying only. India is a country is with unity and coordination, right? So since the partition of British India in 1947 and creation of dominions of India and Pakistan, the two countries have been involved in a number of wars, conflicts, and military standoff. So Indo-Pakistani War of 1999, commonly known as a Kargil War. This conflict between the two countries was mostly limited. And next is Sino-Indian War, is otherwise called as India-China War. So its period is on 20th October 1962 to 21st November 1962. So this war have took place nearly 1 month. And so the Sino-Indian War is also known as the India-China War and Sino-Indian border conflict. So it was a war between China and India that occurred in 1962. What is the main cause of the war? Actually, what is the main cause of the war? Nothing but Chinese disputed Himalayan border. This Chinese officer have disputed and they tried to conquer the Himalayan border. After that, India went and India tried to save the Himalayan border, but the operation failed. So in 1962, it was famously came to know as a Sino-Indian War of 1962. So finally, Chinese won the war. Next is French-Indian War. So actually before said, French is one among the countries which is famous for war. So the French and Indian War is a part of the 7 years war waged between France and England. The French and Indian War began in 1754 and ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1763. So the French and the Indian War pitted the colonies of British America against those of New France. So actually, the main thing is that each side supported by military units. So from the parent country is nothing but the motherland, and the American Indian allies. Actually, French and Indian War is one of the large and imperial war. Okay, and next we are going to see about Kargil War. Gargle War. Actually, every year on 26th July, we are celebrating the Gargle Vijay Diwas in the memory of Gargle War. So everyone knows about this well, right? So actually, on that day, everyone did good speech, good talk in the topic of Gargle Vijay Diwas. So you all like everyone know everyone aware of this, I guess. So it's my duty as your senior. I will give you some stuffs in your mind. Okay, everyone note it. So July 26th is celebrated as a Gargle Day. Okay, the Gargle War is also known as the Gargle conflict. Was an armed conflict between India and Pakistan. In the Gargle district of Kashmir and elsewhere, along the line of control, the great proud is that a country India won the Gargle and diplomatically as well as militarily. So India regained all the infiltrated territory and the Pakistan Bughlers nearly lost how many? 7,000 troops in all. So you all have one question, why senior, why did the Gargle War started? Yes, I'm having your answer. I'll tell you. The cause of the war was the infiltration of Pakistani soldiers disguised as a Kashmiri militants into position on the Indian side of the LOC. LOC is nothing but line of control. So which serves as a de facto border between the two states. What are the two states? India and Pakistan. So in Gargle war killed more than 500 Indian soldiers and nearly 4,400 Pakistani soldiers and ended with the India successfully. Okay. So after that, Pakistani country still now is called as a terrorist war. So which country is famous for terrorism? Pakistan. Yeah. So still now we have talked about a history of military and wars, blah blah, so on. Okay. See, this is actually before said this is a very big topic. So I'm not having that much time, and so you also not having that much patience to listen my this lecture. So I'm not going to give you a lot of stuffs. Just I'm going to give you some important things, which is actually important. Okay. And next we are going to see about geography, military geography, and organization. Okay. There are types of geography. There are three types of geography. What are they? Human geography, physical geography, and environmental geography. Environmental geography is otherwise called as a regional geography. Okay. See, human geography. First is geography. That geography is divided into three parts, and among each geography, it's having a lot of subdivisions. Okay. First, we'll see about human geography. So, human geography consists of urban, medical, military, political, economic, population, geography of religions, transportation geography, agricultural and rural geography, recreation, tourism, and sport geography. And what about physical geography? Climate, arid regions, biogeography, global change, geomorphology, hazardous geography, water resources, mountain geography, cryosphere geography, coastal and marine geography, soils geography, etc. And what about regional geography? Cartography, remote sensing, applied geography, historical geography, quantitative methods, history of geography, geographic education, geographic information systems, etc. Okay, first we'll see one by one. Okay, what is human geography? See, human geography. So human geography is deals with the humans and the communities, cultures, economies, and interactions with the environment by studying their relations with and across a location. So human geography means, of course, human plays a major role in this geography. And what about environmental geography? So environmental geography is nothing but the geography is concerned with the nature. The geography is completely concerned with the nature. So the environmental geographers research how human impact the environment, and also oftenly they study about the climate change, habitat loss, biogeography, and so on. Okay. Next is physical geography. What is physical geography? Physical geography is a study of natural features of the Earth's surface, especially in its current aspect, including land formation, climatic changes, currents, and distribution of flora and fauna, etc. So here, one more thing, this physical geography is also called as a physiography. Okay. Okay, everyone take one small breath. 5 seconds I'll give you. Take one small breathe, do some that breathing exercise for 5 seconds. We'll continue the session. Okay. we'll move on to the session. Why is geography important to the military? Okay, as before said, geography plays a major role in this military. Okay, actually military is running in one part of this geography. Okay, so by the very nature, military operations and geographic, they occur in places, and places contain unique natural and human landscapes. Furthermore, military operations how take place in various operational contexts such as peacekeeping, action of peacekeeping, stability and strategy, disaster relief, civic action, and of course combat operations. And this is the image of human landscape. Okay. So, military geography has a long and practical history. It is a subfield of geography that is used by the military as well as academics and politicians to understand the geopolitical sphere through the military lens. So, to accomplish these ends, military geographers consider topics from the geopolitics to physical locations, influences on military operations, and the cultural and economic impacts of a military presence. Anything you understand? Okay, don't get complicate yourself. Simple thing I'll say, okay? Like military geography involves the application of geographic information, tools and technologies to military problems. Okay, so nowadays technology is playing a major role in this world, in the society. Without technology, we can't survive. The thing is like that. So in military, the technologies plays a major role. So that's what they are saying. Military geography involves the application of geographic information, tools and technologies to military problems. That's all. Okay. So next, we're going to see one interesting person. He's a Baron de Germany. And he's nothing but he's a person, he's a French Swiss officer. What did he say? If a general desired to be a successful actor in the great drama, general. Now, who is describing as a general here? Is describing as a general the army officers. Okay, not only army officers, the military officers. If a general desire to be a successful actor in the great drama of war, his first duty is to study carefully the theater of operations. Okay, here I'll give you some example. Take an example of chess game. So you everyone know to play chess game, right? So here you're going to play chess game. So you have to think. Otherwise, you have to analyze. You have to be alert. So next, what is going to come? So next, when he's going to keep checkmate. Next, what coin should I move? Like that. So that he may see clearly the relative advantages and disadvantages it presents for himself and is for enemies. Okay. So beautifully he said that if a general desire to be a successful actor in the great drama of war, his first duty is to study carefully the theater of operations so that he may see clearly the relative advantages and disadvantages it presents for himself and for his enemies. Okay. So next is, and I want to share one more thing, very sensible thing. So recently you all know about the recent war happened between India and China. So it's time to accept how badly India misread Chinese intentions from 1962 to 2020. So I don't want to tell you this is a war, it is a face-off. Okay. So you all know that a soldier hailing from Tamil Nadu, Havildar K. Palani, and the officer from Telangana, Colonel Santosh Babu, and Sipai Ojha from Jharkhand, and was among them 20 soldiers were killed in the India-China face-off in eastern Ladakh on June 17, 2020. So there is no end for wars. We have to accept this. There is no end for wars, and there is also no end for army hero sacrifice. So by the conclusion, the Indian armed forces have always stood ahead in securing the nation, isn't it? So war victories have proved it and proving it still. So it is shielding with its territory and citizen. So soldiers are the guardian of freedom, liberty, and the sacred values. Okay, you all know that what is that? Motto of NCC. What is that? Unity and discipline. See, army is having one slogan, one beautiful slogan. Service is our duty. Service is our duty. It is a slogan of Indian Army. So this slogan is not only preferable for army officers, Indian Army, it is also preferable for, we are like NCC cadets. So what is the motto of NCC? Unity and discipline. So we are the part of Indian Army. So we are having the rights to take care of the slogan, service is our duty. Okay, so I'll request everyone to close your eyes. We'll have one small prayer for our country, especially for the army heroes who died recently. Okay, the India and China face off. So everyone close your eyes. I'll keep one small player. This is a prayer. So everyone should close your eyes. I don't want anyone to open your eyes and all. Okay. Lord, they are the bulletproof. No more dreams we not make true. Just one day and we are in fire. There is no danger. The spring day and I need you. This vibe is dope. We don't run back. Not today. Today, we gonna mic drop in stage and we are boys in love. And forever, just like a butterfly, don't let us disappear. We want to stay here for you, so save me, Lord. Take all our blood, sweat, and tears. It's not just a war of harmony. Nothing. It's more than that. This is serendipity. This isn't serendipity. This is our DNA. Amen. Okay? Everyone open your eyes. Okay? So sacrifice is a little part of a salary towards tax. We complained and they sacrifice their lives, no compliments. Sweat in peace rather than bleed in war. Thank you all. Jai Hind.